In today's day and age, thanks to advancements in recycling technology, companies are seeing waste as more of an economic opportunity than an expense. Discarded products such as paper, plastic, and glass can be processed in such a way that the materials they are made of can be reclaimed and reused in manufacturing processes. This can be accomplished at a lower cost than acquiring virgin materials. However, one of the greatest challenges in the recycling industry is handling waste stream contamination at the material collection and processing stages. When you hear the word contamination, it probably conjures up images of dangerous materials and hazardous waste. While waste stream contamination is bad for the recycling industry, it isn't necessarily dangerous. Waste stream contamination, at its core, is the disposal of materials in the incorrect bins. What may seem a harmless mistake of incorrectly sorting materials can actually be quite costly for a company down the line. The issue of waste stream contamination arises when a batch of recyclables destined for reintegration arrives at the sorting facility with materials that do not belong. If the batch of recyclable paper arrives with glass or plastic or any other non-desirables, it could jeopardize the whole process. The end product may no longer be of good enough quality to sell, or the machinery could be damaged, causing shutdowns. In addition, recycling that is destined for remanufacture that is heavily contaminated could be flat out refused. More often than not, waste stream contamination isn't done on purpose. There's a small window of opportunity as the customer approaches the bins of where they want to correctly dispose of their waste. If the correct choice isn't instantly obvious, the chance of waste stream contamination rises dramatically. There are many different factors that can influence contamination rates, some of which are inappropriate streams, poor signage and labeling, bin capacity, bin color, and lack of education. If you only offer paper and mixed recycling at a specific station, the chance of waste contamination rises greatly. Signs with too little information or too much can lead to frustration, causing people to dispose of their materials incorrectly. Inconsistent or non-intuitive coloring of bins can also lead to contamination by not offering a visual cue to the customer. For example, many people associate blue with mixed recycling or green for organics. Maybe you do have the correct streams with proper signage and coloring, but the capacity of the bin itself isn't enough to handle the volume generated. If the mixed container is full, for example, people are more likely to dispose of their recyclable materials inside of the waste. However, the biggest contributor to waste stream contamination is simply lack of education. Sometimes people just don't know which bin to dispose of their recyclables in. Talk to your hauler or custodial staff, send out a survey, or perform a waste audit. These contacts are a great resource for determining inefficiencies in your waste collection program. No one will know your waste better than those who manage it. Ask your hauler if they've ever had to refuse collection due to waste stream contamination, or if your custodial staff has ever had to manually sort recyclables out of the waste stream. Sometimes employees are unaware that certain streams, such as organics, are even collected in the building. By sending out a survey asking questions about your waste collection system, you can gain insight from those who are using it. The best way, however, to determine if you have waste stream contamination is to perform a waste audit. This process involves collecting, analyzing, and sorting all the materials that are deposited into your waste streams. By emptying out your collection bins and separating it into materials that belong and those that don't, you can get your contamination percentage. Communicate and educate your staff, improve signage, and provide the correct streams and capacities. First and foremost, the most effective way to manage contamination is to enhance knowledge of your waste management system. Sit down with your staff and let them know of your current practices and let them know of any upcoming goals or changes. Gaining company buy-in in your collection system is of utmost importance to improve participation rates. Ensure signage on your containers are straightforward and informative. Focus on consistency and communication with less obvious materials such as coffee cups and soft drink containers. By providing the correct options, you significantly reduce your chances of waste stream contamination. In addition, pay attention to the day-to-day fullness of your bins. If they are consistently overflowing, the chance of somebody incorrectly disposing of material increases. Contamination is an issue that exists everywhere, and there is no one overarching solution. I hope I've answered any questions you might have about waste stream contamination. If you would like to share your waste contamination reduction strategies or have any other questions or concerns, be sure to contact us and we may showcase your ideas in future videos.